Hello everybody, my name is Jesse Kalsi, and today I want to talk to you about number patching. Now, number patching is a technique that I had researched many years ago, and it also happens to be my intellectual property, and I have a trademark on number patching as well. Now, what is number patching? The number patching is a technique when we use smaller numbers next to existing numbers, the idea being to shift the energy. Okay, and those smaller numbers basically is planetary energy. Like I have said earlier many times, that numbers carry planetary energy and they vibrate constantly at all times. So now say, for example, we all live in houses or we have businesses, and we live in a certain home, and you've tried everything to adjust the energy of the place, and you still feel that something is not right, something is kind of missing stale. So, or maybe it could be the number of the residents. So if that be the case, what has to be done is everyone's date of birth, all the occupants of the house will have to look at their date of births, and then based on those energies, we come out with the best vibration or the best planetary energy, or which means the best number that could be used next to the existing numbers. The idea being to shift the vibration, to shift the energy. Now, I have done this very successfully by the grace of God for many years now, and this is one technique that is really very effective, and it does shift. It makes that correction. It makes that shift that one always looks for. But it also has to be remembered that as the occupants of the house, as they leave for whatever reason, those patches have to be adjusted again based on whoever is left as occupants in that house. Now, so number patching, this technique can also be used in businesses. Now, it is pretty much the same thing. Businesses have their own frequencies, and all numbers are not good for every business. Now, say for example, I know you have a number which is a number 8 for that matter, and you say that you want to run a fabric store there, or a clothing business there, or maybe your transportation company there. So these businesses might not work in a number like that. Just the other day, I happened to be here in the Central Valley here in California. I had a friend of mine who's known me for many years, and they've heard me on the radio a few times, and the business was not doing that well. So the number was 320. Here right over the highway, and so one of his partners chose to add a number 1 to it, so made it a 320 and a 1. So what did he really do, right? From a transportation business, it shifted to something else, and then suddenly they realized after a few days that the energy started kind of sinking, started going down, and the correction had to be made after I was invited there, which was pretty simple. That the extra patch that they had put was not needed at all. The number was already working for that kind of business. So that is my point. So it has to be done very carefully. You cannot play with these numbers. You can't just carelessly add them here and there, or hoping that they add to a certain vibration. So this business of number patching is very serious. It's very deep, and it's kind of very complicated. It's not that easy as people think. And also over the years, there are many copycats. People are online, internet. They watch videos and then they copy your content and they want to throw it as something else. And I've had many like that in the past too, where they talk about something that they have no knowledge about. They don't understand how deep the information is, and they basically giving out incorrect information to the masses, which is kind of very sad. But that's how it is. That's how the world is today. And then the last thing was another example actually just happened yesterday. I had this Caucasian lady. She called me from Arizona yesterday, and she happened to read my book, which is great. It makes me really happy when people call me and say, "Hey, Mr. Kalsi, we read your book." And then she also a certain level of a metaphysician. She patched her condominium in Sedona with a number 1, I believe, and then so she added it up to a certain number, which is totally not her energy, and she suddenly felt stuck. She was in the process of writing a book, which she suddenly felt she lost that that touch, that energy that was flowing through her, and so we made a correction too. So my point is to tell you that this business is a little more complicated, and if you ever decide to do that, do consult someone who really knows this business well. And then as a tip, I'd like to mention something here, and that is, say for example, if you're patching your house, and you're looking at numbers to patch your house, if you know what you're doing, avoid the number 9 as a patch, because 9 has Mars energy, and you don't want to use a number 9 as a patch, because I've seen it in most cases, the energy of Mars is very intense and it works very fast and very quickly, and in all cases it does topple a situation. It kind of always spirals it down. So that is my thought, and well, you're most welcome to call me if you ever need my help, if it has to be a number patch. Thank you for watching. This is Jesse Kalsi.